Hello friends, welcome to ADO.NET tutorial. In this video, we will fill the data tables, publishers, employees, jobs. So that means here we are going to implement fill publishers, fill employee as well as fill job buttons. Let us fill all data tables within the dataset. That means here we will be filling the publisher, employees as well as jobs data table. Let's go to the demo. So here we created a solution, DataRelation navigation, and in the form we have data grid views. So this is DGV publishers, data grid view for employees, data grid view for job titles, and in the bottom we are having one more data grid view, DGV sales summary. So we have 4 data grid view and one list. So this is a list box. So I can drag and drop the list box here. So there are 4 data grid view and one list box. After that we simply have buttons and btn fill pubs, btn fill emps, btn fill jobs, btn enable navigation, btn pub titles, btn generate sales summary, and this is the button btn fetch titles. Alright, that's all here. Now let's go to the view code. So as usual we will add the namespace system.data.sql client. So we know that our dataset will hold all the tables and data relation. So here we are creating the member variable for dataset. So the member name is dspubs and we created the instance at the form level. So since this is a member, we can use this in any of the button click events. Let's rebuild this once. Okay. Now we will implement the button click events one by one. So this is btn fill publishers, and here if you see we are simply creating the data adapter. We have the select query, select publisher ID, publisher name, country from publishers, and we are providing the connection string. After that we are making use of adapter.fill, right, and we are giving our dataset name and naming this table as publishers. So after this we take dspubs.tables of publisher and we are giving that to our data grid view, right, using the data source property. So once this is done, we are setting width for the columns. There are 3 columns, right? Publisher ID, publisher name, and country. And we are setting the width. We will rebuild the solution and check this once. So publisher is filled, so this part is over. Now let's go ahead and click on fill employees. Fill employee, if you see, we have similar code. We created the SQL data adapter. We have the select query. After that we specified the connection name here, right? Next we are making call to adapter.fill, and in the first parameter we are giving the data set, the dataset already having publisher. Now when you click the fill emps, it will be having the employees table also. So there will be two data table that is contained by the DS pub at this moment when you sequentially click the fill pubs and fill emps, right? So here if you see ds pubs dot tables of employee, so we are picking the data table and we are giving that to the data source. Here adapter.fill will create the data table and keeps that in the ds pub, and the content of the data table will be this select query, right? Then once again we are setting the width for our employee table. Now we will go ahead with the fill jobs. Here in the fill jobs, we use the same technique. We create a SQL data adapter. We give a select query and the connection string. Then we are making call to adapter.fill and we are giving our global, the class member ds pubs, and we are naming the table as jobs. So we retrieve the jobs table from the dataset and we are giving that to our data grid view, dgv job detail. Then we are setting the width. So that's all. We set up all our all three data grid views. Now let's test this once and close the video. Fill publisher, it will fill all the publishers. Employees, it is filling all the employee detail. Fill jobs, it will show all the job details, right? But if you see, there is no relation that exists between these two tables. In the next video, we will set the navigation between these two tables so that when you click the publisher, it will show all the employees who work for the publisher, and when you pick a specific employee, it will show what job he is doing, he or she is doing. So that's what we will do in the next video. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.